We all know America's huge, but surely most of it, if not all of it, is going to be fairly modern. There's going to be cell coverage in most places. You're going to be able to find like grocery stores, movie theaters, restaurants in like 99% of the country. So when I saw the title of this video, I thought to myself, how remote can it really be? Like, are we talking, okay, maybe it's like a 30-minute drive to the nearest big Walmart, or are we talking like it's 2-hour drive from the nearest Walmart?
You don't know the Deep South until you know here, the Arkansas Delta.
Arkansas, okay.
Despite being known as the deepest part of the Deep South, this strip of land on the west side of the Mississippi River gets none of the attention of its Mississippi counterpart.
I wouldn't want to live nowhere else, to tell you the truth.
Folks drive their lawnmowers on the street. That's how quiet it is.
We're not all redneck, dumb, uneducated. I'm a Democrat.
We ventured into this unknown corner of America to understand what the Deep South is really about.
Look at those
and on
stores.
a 100-mile journey through swamps, cotton fields, and forgotten towns, we found it.
And we definitely are in the Delta. It's pretty prevalent. There's not a lot of money spent here. I'd say you go Memphis south along the Mississippi River all the way to Louisiana line. You're gonna see that.
Come with us up the Mississippi River.
Wow, those buildings looked abandoned for years.
Our journey up the river's left bank would end in one of the most unusual towns that we've ever seen.
Now, Helena is a good place. Get fucked up, drinking beers and shit, liquor. Hey, y'all know it. I can go have some fun. Might be gonna give me a lot of hoes.
To get there, though, we started downriver in Arkansas City.
Wow.
Years ago, this was a city. It was a major hub for
population 366, is that it?
travel along the Mississippi River. Today, the boats hardly pass through. Situated between levees and swamps, it feels like the end of the earth. How is it around here?
Slow, nothing really going on. Population dropped dramatically, yeah. Because ferry boats used to come over by the levee over there and bring everything in, so.
Pulling in here, it feels very remote.
Yeah.
Driving through, it feels like you could be like at the end of, like, you don't know what's after this.
Yeah, like you could drive off the earth in any minute.
Yeah. What about when you were a kid?
Oh man, there were places most of the lots up there had either game rooms, pool tables. No young people here, you know what I mean?
Wow.
Like my daughter, she don't want to come back here. She don't want to come back.
Wow.
What changed? People just don't
She doesn't even want to visit?
do the farming work anymore? It's too
No.
hard, or
Just don't want to do it. Young people coming up don't want to work, period, seem like.
we talked to an older guy back there. He said now a lot of the young people have left and moving away.
I mean, most of the folks get up around our age, they go up north. It's really more of a retirement home over anything. Folks come down here to settle down,
It's pretty peaceful.
Yeah, it's quiet. Don't nothing really happen.
Go hunting, go fishing.
Folks drive their lawnmowers on the street. That's how quiet it is.
So there's no cops there?
Town in Arkansas sells liquor on Sunday.
It's the only one in all of Arkansas.
Yeah.
Wow. In the whole state?
Smoke what?
Smoke weed. Y'all wanna smoke a blunt?
The Arkansas Delta is a mix of black and white. But in this town, we happened to meet a Mexican family that owned a large cotton farm.
Are there a lot of Hispanic people who live out here?
Really no. There's not a lot of Mexicans that live here, but there is a lot of Mexican people who work here. We're kind of the only Mexican farmers that farm here. Kind of actually the only in Arkansas, to be honest.
Wow.
My dad has been farming for a while. Since he was 10, he came here.
And now you're doing it too.
And now I'm doing it too. And then my little brother's gonna do it too, and it's just gonna keep going.
All right.
My dad, he started from nothing. He didn't have a TV. He actually found a TV in the garbage, and he could only watch the news. He learned English by just listening. He didn't know English. He just listened. My mom used to actually work like 7 jobs when we lived in Mexico for us.
How long have you lived here?
I lived here for maybe 15 years.
7 jobs? How can you work 7 jobs? Like, I kind of get 2 jobs, or maybe even 3 if they're all part-time, like maybe 15 hours a week each job. But how do you work 7 jobs? Like, that's like a different job every day.
What's it like?
it gets a little boring, but it has its parts, you know. I mean, you can probably see the stars if you go to the levee at night, but yeah.
The levee. They want to go fishing over the levee.
What do you know about Arkansas City?
Man,
Over the levee.
pretty town, quiet, no shooting and nothing.
No shooting, nothing.
Nothing.
Are you born around here? Like raised here?
I moved here.
You moved here?
Yeah.
Why'd you move here?
Quiet. Just to have fun. What y'all be doing now?
We're going to Dumas that way.
You turn about 4-way, go out, go all the way down.
Yeah. So Arkansas City was our first stop in the Arkansas
Strong
Delta.
accent.
And I gotta say, it feels extremely, extremely unique. It feels very isolated, and it was a cool feeling. I mean, it felt very much like an old school version of the South.
It feels like you could move here and disappear. Like if you wanted to like start a new life completely like off the grid, this is probably a good candidate, isn't it?
The next day, we headed upriver. On the way, we passed through vast rice, soy, and cotton fields. The crops largely explain who lives where. In cotton areas, which are farmed by slaves and sharecroppers, it's predominantly black. Non-cotton areas are mostly white. One such town was Gillette, sleepy and peaceful, a far cry from what we'd see upriver.
What's it like around here?
Kind of boring a little bit, but there's some fun times around here.
We got a couple of abandoned buildings on the main road, but then you come in here and it's all these beautiful houses. Very nice, quiet, peaceful seeming.
Yeah, Gillette is a peaceful town, but it can be also boring.
All right, so what are we looking at here, Trevor?
2004 Mustang V6 3.9. It's an automatic transmission, 7.5 ring gear. When I bought this car, it called to me. When I was in school, I drew a picture of a sports car. A lot of kids said, "Oh, you're not gonna have no sports car. You're not gonna have that." I proved them wrong.
Good for you.
If y'all want to come out of this business and hang out sometime, we can do that. Because I can always use some more friends.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Do you hang out with people around the town, or?
Yes, I do. Yeah. There's just not very many people to hang out with.
What do most people do? Do they leave town? Do they stick around?
They leave. They leave to get out of here.
Man. Because he looks fairly young. He looks like he's in his early 30s, maybe. Population 491. It must be really hard to make friends, find a partner, all of that stuff.
Why'd you stay?
Well, that's a good question. And many times I wanted to get out of here. I don't know. I guess I just want to stay here for some reason.
Fair enough.
Explain it.
He just likes
this
it there, I
town,
guess.
like most of the Delta, as farming has gotten harder.
We farm, so it's boring.
When you're too broke to quit,
Yeah.
that's bad.
We're in debt too much to not farm again. So if you go out here on the highway, on the way into town, there's a parts store, a liquor store, a motel, restaurant,
and a gas station.
service station that used to be in business, and none of them are in business.
All those are out of business.
Shut down.
I mean, there's no young people. Unless you're poking seeds in the ground, there's nothing to do here.
So young people don't really want to farm.
No, and it's so expensive to get into it if you hadn't grown up doing it. Like for a guy to just decide one day, I think I'm going to be a farmer. Nah. What you used to be able to do with a $20,000 tractor now is a $200,000 or $300,000 tractor.
Jesus.
In 2003, you could
Tractors are 200 grand? A tractor?
put a crop in for an eighth of what it costs to do it now.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And that
Oh
time,
my
how much
God.
has like the sale price gone up?
None.
It make you sad to see that?
Oh yeah, it's heartbreaking. Everything we used to have a school, you know, that's no longer. We haven't had a school since 2009.
There's no school there.
Yeah, it's pretty depressing. Thanks for stopping by.
Look up the coon supper.
Oh yeah,
Coon supper.
Oh,
What's that?
That's what we're famous for.
So it started during the Great Depression. They were
Eating
just
raccoons?
like looking for something to eat. Then it became a social event. Then they turned it into a fundraiser to buy football jackets. Now it's a scholarship.
In the past, we've had governors. Bill Clinton used to come to it all the time.
I actually buy the raccoons.
And cook them. Barbecued raccoon.
Really endured through all the financial hardships in the area. If there's something going on at a school or a church, it's going to be full.
Man, oh man, what a place. This is different. Different to anything I've seen.
Some things down south just feel old school. We headed north through the soy fields. The towns we passed through felt like they were out of a different generation.
We're looking for some people to talk to, and there's not many people around, so.
No, not very many people around at all. He's just a puppy.
Population 57. Dude, there are literally streets that have way more people than this. I mean, can you even be a town if you have that few people? Like, I'm genuinely asking.
How's it out here? How are things?
Quiet. Nice. I like my space.
When you were a kid.
Loved it. People exaggerate when they say your parents threw you out of the house on Saturdays and said don't come back till it gets, and it's true. We could go down into the woods and not come back. We could ride our bicycles 10 miles up the road and they were never worried about us. I feel sorry for kids now because they just, they don't get that.
Do you worry that with the farming getting...
So is this tractor here worth 200 grand? Like, you know how that guy said some tractors are worth 200K? Would this cost 200K?
Harder and people giving that up, that people start to leave, or that that'll go away, or no? Do you think people are pretty rooted to the land?
I just hate thinking about it, but I think it's eventually all going to fall by the wayside. Families don't have near the children they had. Like when my dad had 5 brothers. I can think of 5 kids under 10, you know.
What was the town that you're in with the coon?
Gillette.
You
don't even have to say anything.
People are talking about the coon supper.
All she had to hear was coon, and she was like, Gillette.
Yeah, and it's a huge deal. Pretty much like the duck gumbo and things like that in Stuttgart. It exploded. Because duck hunting is such a huge thing around here. It's a whole week-long festival. You have the World's Championship Duck Calling Contest, big duck gumbo cook-off. People come from states all around.
Wow.
I know quiet drives a lot of people crazy. They're not used to it, so they don't like quiet. And I've lived in Little Rock, and I enjoyed a lot of the conveniences. I will say that. You know, Taco Bell at 2 in the morning is great, but I don't miss it. You just get used to when you go to town, you have your little list, you know what you have to get for that little 20-minute trip. You get it.
We'll get on our way.
Where y'all headed to?
We want to get to Helena before sunset so we can talk to some people there.
You don't want, be careful.
It's not good there?
No.
Really?
Really? Really? Psycho. Y'all please be out of Helena before dark.
Oh my God, guys, is Helena that bad? What's going on in Helena?
That lady was the first to warn us about Helena, West Helena, which was our final destination. Later in the day, we'd learn why.
Too much shooting and killing. I'm gonna tell y'all this. I would advise y'all over here. Y'all need to be over here. It's dark.
Really?
Before that, we stopped in St. Charles, another remote town that felt like it was from a different era.
Yeah, don't get me smoking, okay?
So what are you doing? You can do this here? You can just burn stuff?
Yeah, we don't have recycling.
How is it around here?
Slow. Mary, you know any history about St. Charles?
Yeah.
You want to tell them what it's like growing up in the South?
Wow, they're just out here burning trash. Oh my God.
Poor folks who live in the South.
Who?
Poor folks.
Poor folks.
They couldn't understand our English. Poor folks. What we know is ducks.
What makes the duck hunting here so much better than other places? I know it's like a famous place for it.
Well, because there's a lot of rice grown here.
When I think of hunting, I normally assume it's mostly guys who hunt, but mostly women here all hunt too.
Yeah. A lot of women hunt.
Kids,
oh yeah,
everybody. Yeah, deer, duck, squirrel, rabbit.
Tonight we've been dropping in all these little towns, and you come up the road, you can't really tell what's back there, and then you come in, and you've got like these beautiful tree-lined streets, and it's very peaceful and quiet and nice, but also a lot of abandoned stuff like this. It was a school?
Yeah, lots of abandoned buildings.
It was a high school.
This was a high school gym.
I played basketball.
This was the old one.
What do you think people from the north should know about here in the deep south?
That we're not all redneck, dumb, uneducated. We do go to college. I'm a Democrat. So we're not racist. No. Like a lot of people stereotype Southern as racist, and we're not.
So I can keep driving. We got to get to Helena.
Oh,
okay. Be careful. Right back out there and go that way.
Wow, everybody's saying, oh my God.
She, like the woman before, warned us about our final destination of Helena. Before getting there, though, we made one last stop, Elaine. This was cotton country, and the population here was mostly black. Elaine was the site of one of the worst race riots in U.S. history when a mob killed 237 black people in 1919.
Oh my God.
Elaine remains divided between white and black sides of town, as this man told us.
Are you from Elaine?
Yeah.
What's it like around here?
Well, right now it's real peaceful. You know, black live on one side and white live on the other side. But
gee, so it's like super segregated still. I can't believe there's still places like this. I mean, in the UK, it's really, everybody kind of lives together. I can't think of any really sort of segregated areas at all.
It's began to, equal out, but we still divided. But
Still?
we got some
Wow.
blacks live on the white side of town, or what we call the white side of town. Like I said about the Jim Crow law, we're going to forever have that. I think we will.
Really?
The older head die out. But when we
Right.
first moved here in this town, and we stayed on the farm, we used to sharecrop. The white fella named Old Med, and we used to sharecrop with him.
Sharecrop meaning?
Sharecropping, we had something like 5 acres, three girls, 5 boys, and we were sharecropping with him. He had a store and a bank here in Elaine, and he approached my father and asked him, said, "John, how come you didn't come and buy out of my store?" Well, we had like 5, 6 stores back then when I was small, and he asked us to leave. We would help everybody on that whole section, the whole section of land there. We helped everybody, and he asked us to leave. We left right there. My mama told me, she said, "Look," she said, "never rent from nobody anymore. Always buy you something."
So the guy asked them to leave the land that they used to sharecrop on. Why though? Because he didn't shop out of his store?
Your own. If you're working on the farm and the man fire you until you give me my house, you got to move. Where you got to go? It's just amazing what the people did back then and how different it is now.
Wow, oh my God, this sounds
Back in
so
the car,
different.
driving through the cotton fields where that man was once a sharecropper, we finally reached our destination, Helena.
Okay, so it's a bigger population.
In a way, this felt like paradise lost. Side by side were gorgeous homes and abandoned ones, nice businesses and boarded up ones. The streets were practically empty.
Where
the
is
Arkansas
everybody?
Delta is one of the poorest places in America. And here, for the first time, that was easy to believe.
We just got here. What's it like? What's
shit.
it like, Helena?
Helena, it's man. It's boring. It's good. It's what it is, man. Shit. We big dogs around this bitch, man. Shit.
Has the town changed at all?
Nah.
Your lifetime?
Nah.
Stay the same.
It's still the same, my guy. Hey, shit ain't gonna never change. It will get older and older and older. And everybody leave from this baby.
Why they all leave?
Shit. Some people die. Some people don't. But Helena, it's a good place. Shit. Get fucked up, drinking beers and shit, liquor. Let me put my liquor bottle on there. Hey, yeah, Palmer Sun, baby.
You have a good night?
Yeah.
Man, I mean, just a different way of living, isn't it?
I told that.
Appreciate that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know it. I can go have some fun. Probably gonna give me a lot of hoes.
Right now we're in the middle of this town, Helena, and you would have no idea.
Wow, look at the
Everything
road.
in this part of the city abandoned. It's like a forest. You have houses that have just been completely taken over by the vegetation. And then you have a couple very normal looking houses in the middle of it. But like here, you would have no clue that you're in the middle of the
Someone
town.
was living here, yeah.
I don't mind people. I just don't want them next door. You know?
Pick the right place.
Yeah.
How is it around here?
Boring. I just wish there was just a little bit more entertainment around here.
That's what everybody is saying about this place, that it's boring. Have any of you guys been here? Like, is it as boring as they say?
You know, I like to go play pool.
Like to go to the movie every now and then. Not much of that around here.
Mm.
You don't see police over this side very much. They cruise there every now and then, but they don't patrol like they do over the west over there.
Around 35% of the people in Helena live in poverty. And in 2024, this city, with just 8,000 people, recorded 8 homicides, a rate of 100 per 100,000.
That's
higher
crazy.
than any large American city.
Trouble, small, nothing is in this town. And I'm gonna tell y'all this. I would advise y'all over here, y'all need to be over here. It's dark. It's real dark. Real dark. There's nothing here. No jobs, no nothing. Too much shooting and killing.
How do they live though? How do they feed themselves? If there's no jobs, you know, how do they earn money to like buy food and do whatever? Like,
Too much. It's too much of that. These dogs that's running loose, light this place up, and the police need to be trained a little bit more better than what they are, because a lot of them likes to get cocky. And you know, you want respect, I'm gonna give y'all respect, but you respect me too. But you know how it goes. You know how it goes.
These youngsters rough, man. I'm 62 years old. These youngsters rough. Since we got the new mayor, ain't no killing going on no more. We used to have a whole lot of shooting, killing going on, but ain't no killing, you know, going on no more. It's really bad down over that end, across the left.
Dangerous.
Yeah, don't go over there. It's dangerous over there. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it seems like
You like it?
I like it. I like the vibe.
Okay, ain't nothing wrong. Look at everything around here.
dude, it just seems like there's just nothing really there.
Take a look. Yeah, take a look.
As grim as this was, driving around, it was impossible not to like something about it. The old southern buildings, the balmy weather, the sleepy downtown. And before we left, we happened to meet the mayor, Joseph, and his chief of staff, Kevin, who are trying their best to turn this town around.
Helena, West Helena has a new mayor after the previous one was removed from office this summer. Joseph Whitfield will serve
Young
as
guy.
mayor. Christopher Franklin previously served as Helena, West Helena's mayor. Franklin was arrested in June and charged with 4 counts of failure to pay or file a tax return.
What? He didn't pay his taxes? Come on, buddy. As a mayor, that's terrible.
For 1 week, so we both fresh in. At one point, we were on pace to be the same size as St. Louis, Memphis, New Orleans. In the 70s, a lot changed. A lot of industry left. Mohawk Tire was a big player here. They left. Largest tire producer in the country at the time. Walmart comes in, kills even more businesses now because you have a retailer. So in a sense, we kind of got left behind and we didn't necessarily evolve. Like, we have something to gain from that. We believe that our Cherry Street here, that Blues Fest that we mentioned, transforms this street. It transforms this street into a mini bourbon or Beale for the weekend. We believe that that can happen weekly, year-round.
We're still alive. At the end of the day, it's a lot of unincorporated areas that are around here, but we try to, we've done what we can to make sure we're staying afloat and that we're able to empower the communities around us. And so we always say, when Helena is making it, the Delta is making it. And so we're doing what we can here.
Because, I mean, they've got the river right here. They could easily be like a boardwalk where you've got lots of entertainment options there. They could definitely develop this place and make it nice, for sure.
The Arkansas Delta is as southern as it gets, and it has everything that's both good and bad about the South. The charm, the poverty, the old towns, the troubled history. Most of the South is booming and transforming before our eyes. In the Arkansas Delta, though, that couldn't be further from the truth. For better and for worse, that means that being here is like stepping back in time.
Wow.
I'm super prideful of the Delta. I tell everybody I die here. I would definitely say the Delta is a misunderstood place because it's always thought of as being this hick area where people are unintelligent or whatever the case is. But just the resilience and love and community that you find in the Delta is unique and you will not find it anywhere else.
Wow. Wow, what a place. What a place. Dude, great video. Great video. I would never, ever know of a place like this if not for a video like this. Somewhere that kind of feels like you've gone back in time to the 60s or the 50s even. Just No big businesses, no recognizable brands. I didn't see a single big fast food place. I didn't see a Nike logo. I didn't see anything that anybody that lives in a big city sees almost every day. Didn't see none of that. Just saw really, really quiet, remote areas, with very little going on. I'm just so curious about, like, how do people get by? Like, how are people surviving? If there's no jobs, are they all on like some kind of government assistance, maybe like disability potentially? Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.